Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our May 23rd, 2019 regular meeting of the Kern County Planning Commission and declare that meeting in session. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Commissioner Ashley?
Here.
Commissioner Judge?
Here.
Commissioner McGiffney? Commissioner Sprague?
Here.
Mr. Hall?
Here.
Mr. Murphy?
Here.
Ms. Simon?
Here.
Thank you very much. Next item on our agenda is commission member announcement or reports.
I just heard from Commissioner Judd that Melissa had her baby.
That is correct. She had her baby, I forget what day, Tuesday?
Yeah, a few
Baby
days
boy.
ago.
Congratulations.
Baby boy, yeah.
Melissa, if you're watching.
I'm sure she is. I'm assuming no further announcements. We'll move on next to then the approval of minutes from the May 9th meeting.
Mr. Chairman, if there's no changes, I would make a motion to approve the minutes of the May 9th meeting.
I will second that motion.
Motion is second. Please state your position on those minutes. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, we have cases withdrawn or requests for continuance. Mr. Murphy, we cover that, please?
Yeah, I will. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This evening, we have 5 cases that are either being withdrawn or request for continuance by staff. The first is conditional use permit number 44, map 214. Our applicant is Suzanne Poth by Chris Babcock. The staff recommendation is to continue that project until June 27th, 2019. The next case, number 2, conditional use permit 47, map 165. Our applicant is James Arnold. Staff is recommending this project be continued until June 13th, 2019. Next case, case number 3. This is conditional use permit 12, map 16534. Our applicant is AT&T Mobility by Jerry Ambrose with Yukon Group. The staff recommendation is to refer that project back to staff. The next is case number 4. This is conditional use permit number 105, map 200. The applicant again is also AT&T Mobility by Jerry Ambrose with Yukon Group, and the staff recommendation is to refer that project back to staff. And then finally, case number 7, this is zone change case 19, map 10327, precise development plan number 5, map 10327. Our applicant is Lourdes Morales by Brian Morales. The staff recommendation is to continue that project until June 13th, 2019. That completes the items of cases withdrawn or request for continuance.
I thought we had number 5.
Case.
Commissioner Sprague, through the chair, I will discuss that during our consent calendar because we had an addendum staff report, so I just didn't add it to this item right there.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I would make a motion that we approve items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 as read into the record by staff.
I will second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
3 ayes, 1 absent, 1 vacant. Motion carries.
Chairman Ashley, just real quick, because we did have some people I know that were here following the 2 cases referred back. Your request was to concur with staff's recommendation for the continuances and or the refer back, not approval. I just want to make sure that was clear for the residents that were here.
That's correct.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Okay, so that brings us to our consent agenda. Mr. Murphy, will you please cover those as well?
I will. Thank you, Chairman Ashley. These are items scheduled before your commission, which are being recommended for approval by staff, and the applicant has been informed of any special conditions and has no objection. The hearing on these items may be expedited if no member of the audience or commission wishes to comment or ask any questions on the case. We have 3 cases on the consent calendar right now. The first is case number 5. This is conditional use permit number 68, map 213. Our applicant is Dai Tat Ton by McIntosh and Associates. This project's located approximately 1,338 feet south of Reed Avenue on the west side of Lone Butte Road in the Mojave area. The request is a conditional use permit to allow the development and operation of a vehicle dismantling shop on 1.37 acres of a 40.6 acre parcel in an M2 PD FPS district. I would note that your commission did receive an addendum on this project this evening, which is revising our recommendation. Subsequent to the distribution of the staff report, the applicant informed us that they would actually like this CUP to cover a wider area that was not previously analyzed or advertised appropriately. So the staff recommendation is to refer this project back to staff, at which point we can get a revised site plan, re-advertise it, and bring it before your commission again at a later date. So again, the staff recommendation has changed, and the recommendation we now have is to refer that project back to staff. The next item on consent is case number 6. This is conditional use permit 3, map 930. Our applicant is AT&T Mobility by Jerry Ambrose with Yukon Group. This project's located just over 1,100 feet north of Pond Road on the western side of Wasco Pond Road in the Wasco area. The request before your commission is a conditional use permit to allow the construction of an 80-foot tall water tower telecommunications facility in an R1 district. The staff recommendation is to approve the conditional use permit in accordance with the recommended conditions and adopt the suggested findings as set forth in the draft resolution. And the last case this evening is case number 8. This is conditional use permit 73, map 142. Our applicant is Paul Danes Architect, Inc. This project is located at 9630 Bear Mountain Boulevard in the Bakersfield area. And the request before your commission is a conditional use permit to allow a contractor storage yard and installation of 4 cargo containers and a commercial coach as an office on a 1.35 acre parcel in a C2 district. The staff recommendation is to approve the conditional use permit in accordance with the recommended conditions and adopt the suggested findings as set forth in the attached draft resolution. That completes the reading of the consent calendar tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Is there anyone in the audience or on the commission that would like to comment or ask questions on either of these cases? Sir, please come forward and state your name for the record.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I didn't hear my case in there. So it's, I believe it's second case, Mascot Court, 18 Tower.
This was the case, this is Mr. Victor, and I apologize, I had not commented or can't pronounce your last name. His case was, he was concerned with one of the AT&T project sites that your commission has referred back to staff. So that item is not being considered tonight, and there is not being recommended for approval or denial this evening.
So we'll make sure that you get adequate notification as to when it will be heard in front of the commission again.
So it was later? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Chairman, I would request that item number 5 be pulled from consent agenda and be referred back to staff as requested by Mr. Murphy. And if nothing else, I make a motion to approve
Second.
the other 2 consent items.
We have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
3 ayes, 1 absent, 1 vacant. Motion carries.
Mr. Murphy, we covered the appeal rights for that.
I will, thank you, Chairman Ashley. This applies to items 6 and 8 for projects where the Planning Commission action is final. Those actions are subject to appeal to the Board of Supervisors by any interested person, and no development proposed by any application may be authorized until after the final date of appeal. An appeal may be filed with the Kern County Planning and Natural Resources Department located at 2700 M Street, Suite 100, Bakersfield, with a filing fee of $540 on forms available at the department. The filing must be made within 14 days of and including the date of this hearing. If no appeal is received, the action of the Planning Commission is considered final.
Thank you, sir. Now we're at the portion of the agenda for public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved for people wishing to address the commission on any matter that's not on the agenda and over which we have jurisdiction. Are there anyone, is there anyone present who would like to make a presentation? Okay, seeing none. I believe that wraps it up for us, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Motion to adjourn.
I will second that motion.
Aye.
Thank you, thank you.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.